On paper, Solo, a Star Wars story wasn't the worst idea, but in practice, the project didn't really work out. The Han Solo Star Wars prequel was released in May 2018 to a less than enthusiastic reception, becoming one of the worst-performing movies in the entire series. Far from the billion-dollar heights of The Force Awakens, Solo brought in only about $393 million at the global box office, a shockingly low sum for what used to be the biggest movie franchise in the world. Prior to the launch of Solo, it was reported that Disney was working on other spin-offs focusing on different characters from the franchise, including Obi-Wan Kenobi and Boba Fett. The Boba Fett movie was even reported as having a writer-director attached in James Mangold, who previously helmed the well-received Logan in 2017. But after Solo crashed and burned, those plans seem to have changed, and at this point, we'd be surprised if they ever went back to it. If audiences cared so little about Solo, it's hard to imagine them getting excited for Boba Fett. Imagine a movie that combined cowboys, ninjas, and Vikings, starring Chris Pratt in the lead role as the Cowboy Ninja Viking. Sounds fun enough, right? Well, it wasn't meant to be. Based on a 2009 limited series from Image Comics, Cowboy Ninja Viking was announced by Universal Pictures in 2017, and then delayed indefinitely in August 2018, only a month before production had been set to start. Pratt was slated to play the main character Duncan, a super soldier with a personality disorder, splitting his identity into 3 distinct power sets. It was originally set for release in June 2019 with a budget of around $65 million, but was reportedly plagued by script issues, which helped lead to its collapse. According to The Hollywood Reporter, rumors of the film's impending shutdown flew around Hollywood for months, meaning it wasn't too much of a surprise that the movie didn't come together, even if it's disappointing for fans of the comic. Supernatural goth comic adaptation The Crow hit theaters in 1994, and it feels like Hollywood has been trying to remake the movie ever since. But every time it starts to come together, the project hits a wall. A revolving door of actors has been attached or been rumored to be attached to the role of undead Avenger Eric Draven, which was first made popular by Brandon Lee. The list includes Tom Hiddleston, Alexander Skarsgård, Luke Evans, Jack Houston, and more. And that's not even getting into all of the potential directors who have come and gone. Production was finally set to begin in 2015 before the bankruptcy of production company Relativity Media shut the project down. By late 2016, financing had reportedly been secured for another attempt with Jason Momoa in the lead role and the Nuns' Corin Hardy in the director's chair. In March 2018, Variety reported that Sony was setting a release date for The Crow for October 2019. But just over 2 months later, Deadline broke the news that Momoa and Hardy had moved on. Not long after that, Sony took the movie off its schedule. Neil Blomkamp made a huge impression in 2009 with his debut feature, the sci-fi parable District 9. While he's since produced 2 more full-length movies with Elysium and Chappie, he also makes short films with his company Oats Studio. In 2017, the company made a 27-minute short called Firebase, set during the Vietnam War and focusing on some American soldiers who experienced some very freaky occurrences.
They were monsters in the shape of men. They wouldn't die.
After the short was released online, it was announced that the studio planned to adapt it into a full-length feature if a crowdfunding drive was successful enough. Long story short, it wasn't. In April 2018, Oats Studio tweeted the news that the longer version of Firebase was dead, and that all contributors would have their money refunded. As they wrote in their since-deleted message, "Unfortunately, we didn't raise enough to do something truly awesome. We would rather over-deliver than create an average film. We thank the thousands of people who did back us." Check out one of our newest videos right here, plus even more Looper videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.